morning. Happy Tuesday. It's May 11th. It's going to be a beautiful day. Like I said, happy birthday, Minnesota. And it's National Eat What You Want Day. So find something good to eat. Let's start off with our daily pledge. Today is a new day. I'm ready to be the best me I can be. I will listen so I can learn. I will try hard so my brain can grow. I will not give up. I can learn anything I put my mind to. Again, we're working on being a better version of ourselves. Every single day we're working on goals. We're trying to be healthier. We're trying to be happier. And so we have been working on multiple different challenges. And so today your challenge is, wait a minute, we got to back up. How are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? If you woke up feeling amazing, that's so awesome. I'm happy for you. Use that energy. Apply it to your day. Go for walks. Go to the park. I don't know. Take some bread down to the ducks and feed the ducks. But if you didn't wake up feeling so good, get out your toolbox or your tool bag and start working on things that you can do to help yourself. We have hundreds of tools in our back pocket that we can use every day to feel better, to just really try and figure out ways to improve our motivation and improve our mood. Yesterday, somebody showed me a really cool gratitude journal that they got at Walmart, full of everything you can imagine. I think that's cool. Maybe you need to take a little trip to Walmart today, and you need to go get yourself a journal. We need to all start building on better habits and ways that we're going to help ourselves. And if journaling is one of those things, bread is bad for ducks. Shoot. Well, if journaling is one of those things, you don't even have to go get one. Get a notebook, okay? Do something to help yourself. All right, ready for this? Mental health challenge number 6 is declutter your house. Now, we've talked about this before. Decluttering is more than just putting stuff in a bag and getting rid of it. There's a whole process, and it does something to you mentally and emotionally too. It's kind of a process. But what do they say? A cluttered home is a cluttered mind. And when you have stuff all over the place, it is so hard to function, and it's affecting you more than you really know. It is affecting you physically and mentally. And when you start to organize and get rid of things, you start to feel lighter and fresher, and you start to feel like you're enjoying your space more. A couple different things I like this. It says clutter is not just physical stuff. It is old ideas, toxic relationships, and bad habits. We need to get rid of clutter because we are working on being our best self, and we are working on improving our mental health and really just trying to make some better life habits and making some changes. So again, clutter is not just physical stuff. It is old ideas, toxic relationships, and bad habits. And we're going to change that, right? Okay, so let's back up. Now, we can talk about all of the things that you can throw away, but let's go over a little bit of a definition of what clutter is, okay? Number 1, it is anything that you don't need or love. When you have something in your home just because, and you don't need it and you don't love it, now it's just clutter. Now it's just junk. Now it's just garbage, whatever it may be, it's clutter, okay? These are the definitions of clutter. Anything that you don't need. There's a difference between needs and wants, remember. It's anything you don't need or love. Number 2, useless trash laying around, taking up space. Clutter is useless trash lying around, taking up space. And if you live in a smaller environment or you don't have as much storage or whatever it may be, you want to get rid of things, right? Because ultimately it's just taking up valuable space. It's making you feel overwhelmed. Maybe you're feeling a little claustrophobic. Maybe the clutter is getting away from you and you just need to get a bag and you just need to start throwing some things away. Remember, if it's not something that you need or love, get rid of it. Clutter is useless trash lying around, taking up space. Number 3, it's a delayed decision. Now, this is great. Clutter is a delayed decision. If you have things laying around in your home or stacking up in your closet, whatever it may be that you're kind of going, I don't really know. I got that, but I'm not sure. I might use it someday, but I don't really need it right now. I'm not really for sure why I got that. It could have a purpose. If you're asking yourself those questions, it's a delayed decision, and now it's clutter because now it's not something that you need or love. You're just not really for sure what to do with it. It might have a purpose someday, but it doesn't have a purpose right now. And if you haven't used it for a long time, you need to get rid of it. Number 4, clutter is any distraction that gets in the way of a remarkable life. If clutter is getting in the way of your life, your day-to-day functioning, your happiness, your mental health recovery, your appointments, having friends over, socializing, if clutter is a distraction in a way that is getting in the way of a remarkable life, get rid of it. If all you had to do is take a trash bag and get rid of it and throw it away to improve your quality of life, to improve your anxiety, to improve your depression, so that you can have friends over, so that you can feel comfortable in your home, whatever it may be, do it. Do it today. Get out those bags, get out those boxes. We could talk a little bit about that. You can donate it. You can get rid of it. Drop it off at Goodwill. Whatever it may be, recycle it, but get rid of it. So I like this one. If clutter is a distraction that gets in the way of a remarkable life, why? Ask yourself, and we're going to get to that. We have questions about why you have clutter. Clutter is old ideas, toxic relationships, and bad habits. We just read that. Clutter is anything incomplete, broken, or needing repair. If you have things lying around that are incomplete, you're missing parts, it's broken, it doesn't work, it's dead, it's rusty, it's dirty, you have no intention of using it anytime soon. Like, for instance, go to your garage. When I go to my garage, I see multiple different things that need to go. Okay, it's just simpler because it's out there and it's out of my eyesight most of the time. But a lot of things are just not worth it. So get rid of it. The next one, clutter is physical manifestation of unmade decisions. So it's kind of like being, I don't want to say a hoarder, but sometimes we become a collector. We become a pack rat, right? Or we just start gathering items all the way around us because physically we're just keeping those things in case we need it. We're not really for sure. We thought maybe we could use it at one point in time. Maybe somebody else can use it someday. But again, if I like this one, and I'm going to go back to this again. If clutter is any distraction that gets in the way of a remarkable life, get rid of it. Rule of thumb. There you go. If you have not used it within 30 days, it's just taking up space. Get rid of it. Christmas decorations, things like that. Put it in a bin and put it in a storage or put it in an organized fashion. But if you have things, we're talking about things lying around your home, and I'm going to get to that. What are some things you need to throw away? All right, before I get to the questions we need to ask ourselves, here are 50 things that are instantly decluttering that you need to throw away. Old magazines, old couch pillows, movies you don't watch, movies that are scratched, burnt out candles, extra cords, games with missing pieces, old books, broken makeup, old nail polish, old perfume, old toothpaste, half-empty bottles, towels with holes, anything you haven't used in the last 3 months. Now, we said 30 days, but this is saying anything you haven't used in the last 3 months is clutter. Socks without a match, socks with holes, underwear with holes, clothes you haven't worn in at least 6 months. Now, there's a little bit of a difference. When you live in Minnesota, we got some winter clothes and spring clothes. So I would say rule of thumb, if you haven't wore any of that in at least a year or two, you need to get rid of it. Clothing that doesn't fit. Okay, those clothes that you wore from high school, I'm saying this because I'm guilty. Those clothes that maybe you've kept around from high school that you think that you're going to wear someday or fit into, you're not. Let's get rid of them. Let's move on. Earrings without a match, old ties, old belts, old purses, old hats and gloves, worn out shoes, worn out blankets. I'm going to give you all 50 of these because I want you to think about it. Old pillows, expired food, takeout menus. Nowadays, if you have a smartphone, all that stuff is on your phone, so there is no need for that to be lying around. Restaurant sauce packets. How many of you are notorious for collecting sauce packets? Okay, go to the grocery store and get a bottle of ketchup. Throw away the ketchup packets. How about hot sauce packets? Go to the grocery store. Get yourself a big bottle of hot sauce. Old coupons, old cleaning supplies, cups with missing pieces, anything you have too much of. If you have 75, here is an example, okay? If you have, some of my kids will have like 100 different crafts laying around that maybe someday they're going to finish or they're not done cutting up and stuff like that. If you have too much, we got to get rid of it. It's too much. It's clutter. Excess Tupperware, rags with holes, expired medication. If you have some medication, mental health medication, put it in a baggie. Go drop it off at the police station. Old mail, old manuals, old receipts, old paperwork, shred it, get rid of it, burn it. Birthday cards, broken toys, Happy Meal toys. Anything with missing pieces, things they never play with, duplicates, and puzzles with missing pieces. Anything that is old with holes, worn out, broken, you haven't used in 3 months, and expired, needs to go. Get rid of it, okay? Clothes, junk, old magazines, newspapers, get rid of it. So there are 50 things that you can throw away that's instantly decluttering. Really quick, before my time runs out, here are 8 questions to ask yourself that are going to help you declutter. Number 1, when you're looking at your stuff and you're decluttering and you're trying to organize, now this may cause you some anxiety. This may cause your mood to just be all over the place. Maybe you just feel super overwhelmed and stressed out and you start to shut down. But these are some questions you need to ask yourself. Number 1, have I used this in the last year? No, I don't think I have. It's time to go. Number 2, if I were shopping right now, would I buy this? That's a great question. If you're looking through your home and you are got some old raggedy towels, washcloths, old makeup, old nail polish, and you're looking at it going, if I was shopping right now, would I buy this? Absolutely not, you wouldn't. Get rid of it. Number 3, is the only thing that's keeping me from disposing this item that I don't want to waste money. Now, a lot of us hold on to things because we feel like we can reuse it for the next 20 years and it's going to save us money. However, what is the likelihood of you using a lot of that stuff in the next 20 years? Probably pretty slim. So in the meantime, as you keep buying things, it keeps adding up and now you have clutter and we need to get rid of it. Number 4, am I holding on to this for sentimental value? You know, those t-shirts from high school that have holes in the armpits that I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to wear someday, and I'm probably holding on to it for sentimental value. It's time to get rid of them. That ship has sailed many years ago. So if you look at something and you're like, okay, well, why am I holding on to this? Is there some sort of value that I feel? It's time to just move on. You know, say your piece, say your goodbyes, and then move on to find something even better. Number 5, do I have a similar item that serves the same purpose? Sometimes we have multiple things of everything, right? Like my kids, sometimes they have about 75 different paintbrushes and 85 different tubes of Play-Doh, and we have so many things of the same thing. We need to declutter. We need to get rid of it. You can only have A, B, C, and D. You don't need 14 tubes of pink Play-Doh, right? We probably only need like 1 or 2. So let's get rid of the rest. And why are we keeping the Play-Doh that is hard as a rock? It's not going to soften someday. Get rid of it. So those are just some silly examples. Number 6, do I have a realistic plan to use this? If you look at your stuff and you're looking to me now, do I have a realistic plan to use this? If you don't and you can't come up with anything, please don't try to make something up. Just get rid of it. Number 7, does it fit me or my living space? Think about the things you have. Is it something that you need? Does it fit your space? If not, it's got to go. And number 8, am I holding on to this broken item in hopes of fixing it in the future? That's valid. But after 3 or 4 months, if you have not fixed it yet, it needs to go. So today, your challenge is, listen closely, declutter 1 garbage bag, get rid of it. I don't know if it's going to be throwaway or if it's going to be donation, but your challenge today is get rid of and declutter 1 bag full from your home, okay? So 1 bag of declutter. Ask yourself, have I used this? Why am I holding on to it? And don't forget that most clutter is a distraction that gets in the way of a remarkable life. And if you are feeling a lot of stress and you are feeling overwhelmed and things are stressful around you and it's because of your clutter, it has to go. So start with 1 bag. Maybe then you move on to 2 bags. But my challenge for you today is 1 bag has to go. Either it's going to be donated or it's going to be thrown. And see how good that feels. Feel inside, check yourself. Does that feel good? Do you feel lighter? Are you happy you finally got rid of stuff? See how you're feeling, but most importantly, get rid of old things, broken things, things that you don't need. You may think that you want them, but you don't need them. 1 bag today is your challenge. for getting rid of stuff, okay? Have an amazing day. Get outside, get some fresh air, declutter, open the windows. It's like spring cleaning. I love this time of year, but most importantly, those are some of the things that are going to boost your mood and make you feel happier, and they're just going to be all a part of going through our mental health month and just feeling better and being our best self. So declutter one bag today. That is your challenge. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow morning.